Welcome to Watkins Glen as we get ready for Cup Series action here from one of the fastest road courses on the schedule. Well, as we come down, 3 races to go in the season, including this one, we have Watkins Glen, Kansas, and Daytona before we head to the round of 16, where 16 drivers who make the playoffs will face off to see who will move on. But right now, a lot of drivers worried about staying in the playoffs and getting in the playoffs. And most importantly, this is going to be a huge race for that to come through. And as we do that, let's get into your starting grid. For the AMF 300, Georgia Kirafides on the pole with Eleni Kirafides right next to her in that number 15. Dennis Sharp in the 5 and 3rd. Chase Modzelewski in the 17 and 4th. Nicholas Bondinello in 5th in the 71. George Kirafides Jr. in the 35 and 6th. John Bergermouth Jr. in the 36th and 7th. 8th is going to be Astro Kirafides in the number 11. Sir Purr is trying to figure out if he can make the playoffs this year. We talked to him during the truck race. Sir Purr, Astro Kirafides, obviously a huge fan of the coverage and somebody who really likes to just race. Season 1 points champion in the first year of his career. Charlie Birch in that 81 in 9th. Nick Sedaris 10th in the 31. Nicky Sofias 1st in the number 11. Christos Cherney the number 27 in 12th. Gary Villegas 13th in the number 33. 14th is going to be Jordan Kirafides in the 21. 15th, Alex Pavridis in the 29. So look at that, a great showing from Goya Motorsports. They come in the top 15, all 4 of their cars. Carlos Morales in the 16 and 16th. Austin K. Mitchell in the number 51 and 17th. John Bergermouth Sr. in the 38 and 18th. Robert Thompson in his brand new Aaron's Mustang machine, that number 23. In 19th, Jordan Jung in the number 6, 20th. 21st is going to be Scruffy Dog in the number 14 in that 21st position. 22nd, Robbie Gervasi in the 28. 23rd, Austin Rez, the number 2. 24th, Peter Hilme in the number 77. 25th is going to be George Kirafides in that number 4. 26th, Laban Van Leer in the number 60. 27th, Buddy Morales in the 99. 28th is going to be Yannick Sidias in the number 69. 29th, Cameron Face in the number 18. 30th, Xavier Dawkins Batiste in the 22. 31st, Simba Kirafides Jr. in the 34. 32nd is going to be Vince Henschel in the number 3. 33rd, Kostaki Korovesis in the 12. 34th, Perry Marilakis in that freeway number 7 Chevy. 35th, Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez in the 44. And rounding out your field in 36 is Zach Mers. Well, as we get ready, let's see the new schemes that we got on the grid. Well, Zach Mers, obviously, it's not a great... These are all really... Oh, there we go. Zach Mers in that 06 Speedy Cash machine. Perry Marilakis getting the freeway insurance number 7 car out on the track. And we'll check number 23 of Robert Thompson. Oh, wrong car. Was now gone into the Aaron's machine, as Wrangler has dropped as a sponsor from the entire amount of iRacing. So Robert Thompson with a new sponsor to start it off. But right now we are focusing on the Woman of the Hour. Obviously been a down year for EKR. And AR and Animal Racing obviously struggling mightily here, as none of their cars, the 21, the 10, the 15, and the 11, have been able to get really close to a win this season. And, well, obviously the struggles have been more with this 10 car than anything. Georgia Kirafides was really, really good a couple seasons ago. And even, every season she's made the playoffs, almost gotten to the round of 4, I think, both times. So obviously missing the playoffs would be a huge, huge incident here. And, well, most importantly, finding a way through that situation. And behind her, Chase Modzelewski has had a little bit of issues coming through this season. He is a winner, but obviously struggling with that RFK car. It's not going anywhere this season. George Kirifitis Jr. and John Bergmouth Jr. both winners. Nicholas Bondinello as well a winner this season. Charlie Birch, Daytona 500 winners in 9th. Let's go back to look at the 11. Astro Kirifitis, obviously, we spoke to him yesterday about his struggles. He's not very happy. He wants to put things right and get everything going to try to make a run, a last-ditch effort at the playoffs. Because none of those cars this season have made it whatsoever. And I know for sure Astro's really looking to try to, push his way in as that number 11 Chevrolet continues to struggle. Well, obviously, we haven't gotten to the point of the silly season moves quite yet. So most importantly, we're looking at a lot of potential for manufacturer switches, drivers just leaving teams if they feel like they are struggling and it's because of that team. So just keep your eye out. There's a chance that some drivers could get booted out of their seats if they really don't, if they're really struggling. And I could see a guy like Robbie Gervaisi in that situation too. And we'll check really quick. He's back there in that 28. Green flag in the air. The number 10 of Georgia Kirifitis off to the races. Behind them, everybody all over the place as they try to find a way into turn 1. Oh, the one's around and into the wall. Behind them, the 1 car of Nikki Sophias goes in the wall. 2-time winner this season. She's going to have to get back going. I wonder what the damage looked like. It looks like she got hit from behind. Not a lot of damage on that race car that we could see, but that number 1 Camry's got to start moving again. But right now, Georgia Kirifitis leading her teammate. Well, Georgia Kirifitis multi-race winner. And we can go back to the GKR spot and take a look at why, really how many races she's won. Well, under her belt right now, she has 2 wins in her career, both coming in Season 1, where she made a run to the championship 4. Right now, trying to be the first on her team to lock in their race car. Remember, it's 20 laps here, so obviously going to get really interesting if they continue to push it through these corners. Really great run off the corner by that number 10. And obviously, we're really looking for, the 27 off track. Christos Cherney off track. Oh, big crash. Huge hit. Robert Gervaisi involved. Austin Mitchell piles in. That's going to bring out the first caution of the day.
Caution, yellow flag.
And let's see what happened. A huge crash happening in the back. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Have we just seen the hardest hit in history right here? Christos Cherney stuck against the wall. Oh no, the tire barrier. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he got a huge hit into Jordan Jung, and here comes the 28 right into the rear end. LeBron Van Leer involved, Austin Mitchell going to get involved. And the man who has been in every hard hit in the history of this league, starting with Atlanta Season 1 and then following with Las Vegas, 2 of the hardest hits in history, is out of this race after absolutely slamming the tire barrier. Unbelievable. We're going to have to go on board with the 28. Are you serious? Oh my goodness, that is huge. Right here, you'll see it. Oh, maybe you won't see it. Oh, yeah, you will. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. I really want to see who was directly behind at the time of caution. Because somebody had to have watched that car just absolutely kick up. We're going to go on board with the 6 here just to see what it looked like when Jordan Jung got hit. Because that car obviously landed down on him. You'll see it right here. Car's going to pop up in the air. Oh my gosh. And obviously looking like he has damage after that hit. Yeah, his car is wheel damaged. Yeah, and he can't even turn that thing. Unbelievable crash to start off our race at Watkins Glen here. You may want to look away for this one, everybody. On board with the 27. Oh, what happened? Oh, man. Oh, man. And just immediately blows the engine. Wow. Unbelievable. We're going to go on board with the rear of this race car. And go from the gearbox view. It looked like it got loose off the corner and just completely lost it. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. I feel like somebody's cam has to have that clip. It's either going to be the 28, and I mean that's going to be a huge hit, and we may have lost that nose camera. So who was behind Robbie Gervasi? LeBon Van Leer. Let's take a look from LeVon Van Leer in the number 60. Watching this all happen up front of him, you'll see the car pop out. Oh my goodness. Oh, an unbelievable wreck. To start out this one. Robert Thompson was there as well. We're going to take one more look from the front end of Robert Thompson's car to see what exactly happened in front. Peter Hilme also. And there actually, Peter Hilme may have a better cam in this situation. Maybe not. I have to see who was behind. I think that's the 16. I'm trying to find the correct camera angle to watch this thing happen. I think the best camera angle you get is from that 60 car right here. It's from the 16 of Cuddles Morales. You'll see the car hit, and everybody will just pile in, and man, just barely getting out of that one. Unbelievable wreck. Well, obviously, we're going to go look at one more thing, and that's going to be the damage that Jordan Jung sustained after that wreck. Because that was a huge hit that he took. Right here. Oh, man. And yeah, it looks like it just killed the toe link. You can see him struggling to drive the thing, and everybody else. Unbelievable. We were like, oh, he's off the racetrack, and we didn't expect him to absolutely clobber the wall. Yeah, that's huge toe link damage for that number 6, and he may be out of this race. Hey, he's currently in the pits right now, getting service, but unbelievable hit for that 27. And right as we were talking about Robbie Gervasi potentially losing his ride, that is a huge hit. A humongous hit. And I don't know if Christos Drake is going to be okay, but he's been taken to the infield care center to be evaluated, but that'll put us under our first caution of the day, and already a very exciting start to this one. We're going to go mute for 1 minute, and we'll be right back. unbelievable wreck. We're going to go back as we saw that some other cars were damaged. Yannick Sidias had some damage. He's about 4 laps down in the final spot here, and I don't know what happened to him, but once again, I mean, unbelievable wreck at that part in the race. And right now, we're going to focus on our leader here, as it's not really... Oh, there we go. Now on the restarts, we're definitely going to keep our eyes peeled for potential wrecks in the back, because obviously some cars with a little bit of damage. But my gosh, nobody expected that the first wreck of the night would be a car running into the pit, running into those tire barrier. Something out of like one of those situations where Sam Hornish got that Sam Hornish crash here, or Michael McDowell flying into the tire barrier over there too with Ryan Newman in like 2013. Unbelievable wreck, but we're ready to go back green again. Green flag back in the air, and the high line absolutely gets stacked up heavily. And Lenny Kurfitis is going to allow her to take the lead. Sliding away. Behind them, everybody else trying to shamble for position. Behind them, one car on the wall. It's the 16. Bobby Morales hard into the outside wall. He's got damage. He just went flying out of the corner. Carlos Morales also involved. But right now, we're out to the front, that 15. And behind them, they are fighting. Behind them, the 11 of Astro Kurfitis and the 31 of Nick Sedaris fighting for position. Robert Thompson up into the top 10. Behind them, they're continuing to roll through. Peter Hilme passes John Bergermouth Sr. Oh, into each other. They got into each other. Door banging, the 36 and the 71. Behind them. Oh, Charlie Birch and the 60 get into each other. Almost cause a wreck. 34 racing with the 4 here, and behind them. Everybody else with a little bit of damage. Right now, Elena Kurfitis leads in that number 15. We're going to go check if she has a win. She does not have a win, and she's still chasing her first career win. Right now, trying to get away from that number 10. Behind them, continuing to go through. Rest of the field spread out. Robert Thompson currently in 9th. A big move for him. He's up 10 spots. Vince Henschel up 22 right behind. And right now, all of the EKR cars in the top 10. Astro Kurfitis trying to move on Dennis Sharp right now. Astro said he needed one race to turn that around, and obviously he's in a point situation where he needs to turn the intensity up to try to get it in, or try to get try to get into the playoffs. And obviously that's gonna try to help, you know, him here. He's gonna try to continue to push through and try to get some positions here. And then everybody's still spread out. We're going to go back a little bit. Cameron Face in that KOA machine. Everybody else behind. Austin Mitchell also there. And that number 51. Austin Mitchell with damage too. Lack has just been back here. Atlanta winner. Just struggled all day. That car is not really being nice to him. And he's just trying to get around and push that car around. But right now, the big watch is with 10 to go. The 15 leads with her teammate behind her. Then Chase Montelewski, Dennis Sharp, Astro Kirafidis, Nick Sedaris, Alex Pavridis, Jordan Kirafidis, Robert Thompson, Vince Henschel. Right now, we can take a look at the how many Chevys? Chevy mayhem in the front. No Toyotas in the front, all Chevys, 2 Fords. Right now in the front, and honestly, all the Toyotas are at the back. They're all wrecked. A lot of them wrecked so far. So, and there is one Toyota team. Just remember, one Toyota team in this league. Going to be 3 actually after this season. So they're going to get more help. But right now, 10 to go. Atlanta Kirafidis still leads. Well, this is a perfect time to tell you about what's upcoming next week at Kansas Speedway. We'll have all 3 series there, and then finally, the final week of the regular season, we'll be heading to the Daytona night race. The Firecracker 400. The Coke 300. And then finally, for the trucks, I haven't found a name for that one yet. So no sponsor, but it's going to be a 200-mile race. 200. And that's right before the playoffs start. So a huge jump for a lot of these drivers for the next 2 weeks to have a really good week. And Daytona is definitely going to be a big one. That is right before the playoffs. Most important time of the year. We've seen a lot of winners come out of that final race. Even in real life, Harrison Burton, with his last lap heroics, being pushed by Parker Retzlaff, one of the best calls in modern NASCAR history. But right now, we head from Watkins Glen over to Kansas and then back to Daytona. And then the playoffs start, and that's going to be really interesting as we have new graphics planned. We're going to try to highlight whoever's in the playoffs for each series with their respective series colors. So yellow for the, it's going to be either yellow or blue for the truck series. Green for the public series. And Walmart blue for the Cup Series. Right now, though, Atlanta Kirafidis looking to lock herself into the playoffs for the time being. Obviously, there's still a chance that somebody gets kicked out of that playoff field, as there has not been a repeat winner. Well, the repeat winner hasn't won enough to the point where it'll take somebody out of the playoffs. So, still a battle for the last playoff spot, and we'll see if it comes down to it after next week. Right now, 8 to go. Atlanta Kirafidis leads by almost about a second over the number 10. And right now, flying through that corner. Well, you may have to win a race this season to get in, because even if a repeat winner wins next week, that means the last race will have to be a win to get in, unless a repeat winner wins that race as well. But obviously, it's going to get tighter and tighter as we go. So obviously, teams are going to probably set up, try to win races now. And that's most important with this race. And EKR executed it perfectly, taking first and second place with these two drivers. Well, when the only driver on your team doesn't have a win and she's leading late in this race at Watkins Glen, then you're really going to want to let her win here, or have her win. But obviously, Georgia Kirafidis in the 10 car, not really thinking about letting that 15 car win. It's more about everybody for themselves trying to get into the playoff picture here. And, you're not going to be able to lock in all your cars in the next 3 weeks. So you're going to have to take it bit by bit, piece by piece, and see who's going to end up competing for a championship. And if you don't know how the points work, we'll tell you right now. So in the round of 16, 16 points is awarded to the highest finishing driver. And from then on, it just goes down 15, 14, 13, 12. Every round, the highest amount of points that will be awarded will be lowered. So round of 16, highest amount will be 16. Round of 12, highest amount will be 12. Round of 8, highest amount will be 8. Round of 4, whoever finishes highest wins. Now obviously we were thinking about it in the chase system. There's a potential for it being too much math. So we will figure that out as we get to the end of the season. But I think points reset at that point, and we'll do a lot of research on it before next season, honestly. We'll figure that out as we get to that point. So that will be in the plans for future. It has also been announced that Austin Mitchell and Robert Thompson have come to an agreement that Austin Mitchell will be allowed to run the 23 next year. Robert Thompson will find himself a new number. GKR obviously looking to get Robert Thompson a more competitive race car, as he's had a struggle career at that team. So obviously a huge chance for him to find his footing next season, depending on if he wants to create his own team or not. It will be interesting. And with ARCA looming, more drivers will start to see, and obviously it's going to be interesting with four races a week. The ARCA races are going to be extremely short compared to the Cup races and everything else, so it's going to get really interesting as we get an ARCA roster compiled together. And out of turn 7, Lenny Kurfitis will take 4 to go. And we'll be right back. Coming at 3 to go of the AMF 300. Lenny Kurfitis continues to lead this race. Obviously, going to be a huge, huge situation if she could win her first ever race in her career in the Cup Series. She's made the playoffs on points before, but obviously wanting to get that first win out of the way. It's probably the most difficult thing. Her brother, George Kurfitis, did it earlier at Sonoma. Siblings sweep the road courses. Would be interesting. Regular season road course sweep for siblings. It would be the first time we've ever seen it in the history of this league. She comes through the carousel with 3 to go in the AMF 300. And how ironic would it be if the former bowling captain in high school won the bowling race of the year, or the only bowling sponsored race of the year. That would be absolutely insane and insanely ironic. She's going to come to 2 to go this time. 2 to go here from the AMF 300 Watkins Glen. We thank you for watching the GTV Sports on the GKR Broadcast Network. GTV Sports is happy to present Cup action and the unbelievable wrecks that we saw today that brought out our first and only caution. Unbelievable for that number 27. Once again, Christos Cherney absolutely eating the wall. He's done this over multiple seasons now, and obviously a really unfortunate situation when it comes to that. And around the carousel for the second to last time, down the final straight. That straight is going to be haunted for years. We're just going to go back to that when we come here next year, and we're going to absolutely remember that wall got demolished. Kurfitas coming out of turn 7 will take the white flag. 1 to go here from Watkins Glen at the AMF 300. Sponsored by Go Bowling. Go Bowling. Do it. Go Bowling's great. And Sima Kurfitas Jr. looks to be having an issue. He's off the racetrack. Well, the number 10 car of Georgia Kurfitas is catching, but will it be enough? It doesn't look like it too much. One car out of the groove, that's Dennis Sharp, and that will allow Nick Sedaris to come through with the 11, and teammates next to each other battling for position. We'll take a look back here. They're going to figure it out. Robert Thompson trying to gain another position. He will. He'll go to 8th. But going into turn 7, it's going to be Eleni Kurfitas getting her first win here at Watkins Glen. Eleni Kurfitas is going to be your winner. And a great win by the 15. That will lock her into the playoffs for now. If she keeps her points up, she'll be making it in and fighting for the championship. What a run by that number 15. She is absolutely celebrating. That's win number 1 in the career of Eleni Kurfitas, and it comes in Season 3 after 2 seasons of waiting. Everybody currently signed to EKR now has a win. Phenomenal job by everybody. And, well, it looked like we had a wreck in the back. Nikki Sophias and Yannick Stas like they got into each other. Let's take a look really quick. We're going to take a quick look to see if they ended up getting into each other or not. Oh, Buddy Morales got spun around. Coming to the checkers. Oh, him and Perry got into each other. Oof. I do want to watch it from a different view. Let's see, yeah, we should get a good view. Well, right here, this was coming to the checkered flag. Obviously, Toyota not having a great day, and the entire team was there. Buddy Morales gets loose, overcorrects, and right into Perry Marilakis. And, well, Buddy went around, collected his teammates. Perry got relatively good damage, and 16's going to get spun to the inside wall. What a save. And then he's going to park it in the middle of the racetrack. So, it's a way to end it. Big wreck there. And everybody comes down pit road now. All right, well, we should have the results in. They are. We're going to take a look. Well, Eleni Kirifides getting career win number 1 as she takes home the bowling pin trophy today. Georgia Kirifides second. Chase Mazzalewski third in a great run. Dennis Sharp fourth. Astro Kirifides fifth. Nick Sedaris sixth. Jordan Kirifides seventh. Robert Thompson eighth. Ninth is going to be Alex Maritas. 10th, Vince Henschel. 11th, George Kirifides Jr. 12th, Yuri Villegas. 13th, John Bergamouth Jr. 14th, Nicholas Bonanello. 15th, Cameron Face. 16th, LeBon Van Leer. 17th, Charlie Birch. 18th, George Kirifides. 19th is going to be Peter Hilme. 19th, Peter Hilme. 20th, John Bergamouth Sr. 21st, Xavier Dawkins Batiste. 22nd, Austin Mitchell. 23rd, Zach Mers. 24th, Kostaki Corvesis. 25th, Austin Rez. 26th, Scruffy Dog. 27th, Cuddles Morales. 28th, Perry Marilakis. 29th, Nicky Sophias. 30th, Buddy Morales. 31st, Simba Jr. 32nd, Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez. 33rd, Jordan Jung. 34th, Yannick Diaz. 35th, Robbie Gervasi. And in 36th, Christos Cherney after that huge wreck on lap number 2. Well, we thank you for watching this race here from Watkins Glen. And now with 2 races remaining in the regular season, the pressure continues to rise. Keep it tuned in for next week's race at Kansas as we get ready to set the field for the playoffs. And is your favorite driver going to make it, or have they already made it? We'll see. Thank you for watching.